it's breakfast time.
Tune in now. It's
breakfast time.
do 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 do. Cha. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody, one and all. We are still in the bunker.
The bunker.
Still in the bunker.
Not still, we're back.
They didn't let us out. The truth is, once we got, in fact, we didn't want to leave. That's probably more to the point, but we are so glad. That's the real deal. Olive, my name is DJ Val, and of course, this is What's on Your Mind. Do you know we're on episode 3?
Yeah. Thank you.
Already?
Thank you. Bonjour.
That's like nearly a month.
Bonsoir.
It is a month.
How are you? Guten Tag.
Akoso mate, everybody.
How are you all doing?
How are you all doing out there? Are you doing good? Are you feeling good? How was your Valentine's
Day?
How was it? Your Valentine's weekend?
It was a weekend.
Yeah, it was the weekend. Did you do something interesting?
Were you kind to yourself?
Harmonious?
Thank you.
Loving, caring, you know, everything and anything that you need. Do let us know, you know, how you got on with your, especially the guys. I know the week before last they were called out, right?
No.
And yes, they were.
I confess that I was nervous, and hey, everybody was like, let me run and go and arrange the gift.
Yeah.
Some had running emojis.
So that was the challenge, right? So yeah, guys, let us know. Girls, let us know. Maybe the girls took the lead.
Yeah, why not?
Decided to
the
do
mummies,
something.
the daddies. What did you do for the children?
Yeah, maybe they did like.
Let's not leave out the children.
Yeah, maybe it was a family thing that you
Yes.
took the kids out for
Yes.
Valentine's Day or
If
for
you
breakfast.
don't have kids, you got kids. You got parents. You got nieces, nephews. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have gone out and done anything with. Maybe you did a solo, Valentine's solo.
Hey ho.
All by yourself, you know, arranged your meal, sat in the restaurant on your own.
Or even at home.
You know,
with some nice music.
bought yourself some cards and a gift, and then you opened it. Oh my God, I always wanted this. This is so beautiful. I don't know. I think it's in those movies they do all that kind of stuff. But how was your Valentine's Day?
Very, very, very good. Thank you so much. It's always a family affair for us.
It's a family affair.
It's always a family affair. So thank you. Thank you for
affair.
always being thoughtful about those things. We really do. I do appreciate it. Because to me alone, some of those things will just go by like any other day. But it's nice to celebrate. It's nice to get into the spirit of these things. Thank you all so much for all your comments from last show. Thank you for the post-show comments as well. Thank you so much. Today we've got a lot to talk about. I remember last week we said we're going to segue nicely into everything that wasn't harmonious, into some of these things that just create an ilk with us. And today we'd like to get into the subject of emotional stress, emotional burnout, emotional fatigue.
Silent fatigue.
That's the silent fatigue. You just keep going. It piles on and you just keep going, you know. And today I'm going to switch this around. DJ Val is going to drive this conversation and I'll be a responder.
Don't I normally drive the conversation then? That's a question.
You drive the show.
I
really drive
what
the
we
conversation.
I'm now the talent, you see. I'm no longer the producer.
Stop it.
So, you know, I'm no longer Ross Doyle. I'm now Fraser Crane. Those of you that watch Frasier, you'll get that joke as we go on. But yeah, we are talking about that is, and I thought to myself, the first thing was, how do you come off a week talking about harmony, relationships, and everything else? And then you have to go into talking about emotional burnout, you know, fatigue, silent fatigue. And I hope that we can navigate.
Yes, it's a natural segue because, like I said last week, some people are still recovering from Christmas. Statistics have shown that most families, it takes them up to 4 to 5 months to recover from the sheer strain that just that month
Then you've
takes.
got another 6 months to do
Then
it
you
all
got
again.
another 6 months to do it.
Crazy.
4 to 5 months. They
Yeah.
say. 4 to 5 months. So it takes some people about a quarter. So by January, they're just about.
Yeah.
By February paycheck, they've kind of balanced out. Then comes Easter. Then Easter is what knocks everybody out again a bit for those who go above. And then you've got the bank holiday that comes with it. So there's like a spending spree around that period. And because these things are general holidays that bring families together, so it's accumulation of just the financial and the emotional as well. And so they kind of gather momentum around May and then kind of sail through the rest of the year.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
This momentum. All right, let's jump into this. I got a couple of questions for you guys out there, first of all. So, question 1, you can answer on a postcard or you don't have to answer on a postcard. Are you tired physically, emotionally, or spiritually? Do you rest or do you just scroll? Scrolling is not resting. Some people think that's a way of
Your brain is still
you're
working.
still working very hard. But in my little bit of research that I did, there's some signs that are out there that show that you might be burnt out. Okay? So, number 1, put your hand up if you agree with this. Irritated over small things. How are you? What do you mean? How am I? Good afternoon. It's not a good afternoon for me.
What makes the afternoon
What
good?
makes the afternoon good? You know, instead of you getting, maybe they missed the onions on your burger or something like that, and you get really irritated over small things.
Yeah.
The bus doesn't come on time. Something's 1 minute late when it should have been this way round. So all of these little tiny things, and all of a sudden...
You lose control.
We just lose control. Uncontrollable behavior.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Always tired, even after sleep.
Yeah.
How many times do you hear people wake up and they get up in the morning and go, I'm still tired,
No, even worse. On Monday they say, "Well, I've had a really restful weekend, but I'm tired." Yeah.
Yeah, so they were scrolling, not resting. They're doing the scrolling
Or
thing.
they'll even say to you they slept, but it's that because there's so much fatigue the body is holding. One weekend is not enough to put you in that place of equilibrium or that place of harmony.
Okay. Zoning out in conversations?
Yeah.
So you'll be talking.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that happens to me sometimes.
Yeah, stay in the room.
Stay in the room.
You just drift away. Yeah.
I'm not fatigued. I'm sure I'm not fatigued.
No, because what it does, it's silent. Remember you used the word silent fatigue, where you're just not, you don't have enough strength to even engage in the listening. So it's safer to just drift.
No, I have enough strength to go, but I'm having a different conversation.
I see.
So that's what happens with me. So it's not, it's like I'm thinking, oh, that would be really good.
But I think when you are tired, you drift. You do. You do, my love.
No,
Okay.
no,
Moving on.
no.
Moving
Because
on.
I'm very, really tired like that. Give me an example.
An example is we could have a conversation, but I know you're tired. So I say something that normally if you were not tired, you would have picked up on. But you don't pick up on it. And that's when I know he's tired. Just stop. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that one. Saying the magic word, which is, or the magic 2 words all the time. The magic 2 words are...
I'm okay. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
And it's not even the words, it's the way it's said.
Yeah. It's the way it's said. I'm fine.
fine. And
I'm
there's
fine.
always, they never make eye contact.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're moving, or you're moving past the person while you're saying it. How are you? I'm fine. It's like, whoa, hey, what happened? You know, what happened, guys?
You know that program we watch, those crime profilers that watch people's
Yeah. The
fake,
looker, the watcher,
yes,
the thing.
that
Yeah.
analyze people's
Yeah.
lie, whether they're lying. They always say that whenever people say something and they nod their head to the negative, that's not true. And they always say, nobody ever tells you, I'm fine. They always go, I'm fine.
Yeah. There's
There's
body.
always a nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, we were laughing in kind of like the pre-show where we were saying to ourselves, if that I'm fine, what it really means in subtitles, if it was really on the bottom of the screen, please leave me alone. I don't want to be disturbed. Who cares what you think of me?
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered.
I couldn't be bothered. Yeah. Can you just leave me alone?
Yeah, that's a sign.
So that's a sign of being fatigued, right? And potentially burnt out.
So remember, we're putting this together. We're grouping it. We're not unpacking it in terms of physical, emotional, spiritual, and we'll talk physical. Yes, so physical, emotional, spiritual. That's it. Yes. So the three elements of the sense of man. We're not unpacking it. We're just kind of putting them together. For the sake of this episode.
Just trying to get something out of there. And here was another interesting point that came out, that burnout isn't a weakness, it's actually overload.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think they have to keep...
Let's talk about how we get to the burnout.
Okay. So how do we get to the burnout?
Exactly. That's the point you've just kicked us off with. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you're overloaded, you're overworked. And some people get to it from different angles. What we've just mentioned. Some people, the emotional side of it could say in the workplace. So let's use the workplace as a case study. They're physically overworked. They're emotionally drained because they're not acknowledged. They feel like they're just doing things and there isn't equity in the organization they work in. They feel there's imbalance, there's injustice. These things just weigh on you emotionally and drain you.
Do you think it's sometimes people just choosing to make themselves busy and overload themselves?
Sometimes the environment creates it. You have toxic working environments and they create that sort of overload, and sometimes you can't help it. Then there are other people as well who, for whatever reasons, perhaps they can't manage their workload, or they're maybe even unqualified to be doing the role they're doing. That then leads to that. But as a whole, it's once that shows up, there's an imbalance somewhere.
But don't you think sometimes there's some people that force themselves in that situation? I mean, you've been at work, right? And there's that person that just wants to be in every department, on every meeting, on every board, on everything. They want to be, and then they get burnt out.
True.
Yeah? Okay. All right, we'll move on to the next.
This isn't just music,
it's prayer in a melody,
truth in conversation,
and community in sound.
What if you know,
you feel it in your soul.
I have soul.
Soul Food Gospel Radio.
So, all right, so burnout isn't a weakness, all right, it's overload. Here's another interesting statement around that. Rest isn't laziness, it's maintenance.
That's it. Rest is self-care.
Yeah.
Rest is love. We talked about love last week. If you love yourself, if you love your family, you love your partner, you love your future, you would rest. You would do those things that prevent you from getting to the place of burnout.
So do you rest?
I do. And now more so as I get older, I've learned to prioritize rest.
Yeah. Gone are those that, oh, well, anyway, of you nightclubbing all night and partying and stuff like that, you know. Rest. She doesn't go out anymore on school nights. She now rests as well. But
I never did all of that to start with. I was just busy.
you have to, but you got to recharge. You have to take the time to actually rest. Even God, in his infinite wisdom, on the seventh day, he what?
Rested. Yes. So we'll talk about rest when we're talking about how
Okay.
to prevent,
Okay.
how not to, what to do not to get.
Okay.
to the
My last
burnout.
teaser for here, and then I can hand over to you. Emotional exhaustion often comes before physical illness.
Yes. 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 Not physical illness. You're very, very right, because the emotional imbalance creates chemical imbalance.
Yep, I agree.
Remember Dr. Tunde when he talked about our gut health?
Yeah.
He talked about the correlation between our gut health and stress. And a lot of that imbalance.
And sleep as well. He spoke
Yes,
a lot about
and
sleep.
sleep, the connection with our
Yeah.
gut health and sleep. Yes, so if you're resting well, your gut will repair. Your gut. What was that? He said the gut was the cradle of the body's health. Yes, yeah, and when we're able to look at our lives from a holistic standpoint, when, again, many of what we've talked about last year was holistically, as in, how do we bring all of these things together? What we know about our purpose, our value, the things that matter to us, how we maintain our health and our physiological health, our emotional health, our spiritual health, our intelligence, our intellect, all of that. Some people, if their intellect isn't functioning, they get depressed. So it's that finding what works for you, that balance. If you have a physically demanding job, rest will take a different look for you. If you have a sedentary job, rest will also take a different look for you. You will probably need more physical exercise to help you get into the good place of rest. But somebody who's chopping log and chopping wood every day for a living might not need as much exercise
As
to
you.
rest. You
Yeah.
know, so you have to, based on your lifestyle, you then have to define how and where this balance comes from, you know, and in setting that balance, expectations matter as well. As a man, are you able to create room? So for those who have families, are you able to create room for you as parents to rest while your children, if your children of that age of taking charge? So I remember, there's some parents, like in our case, the kids are always in the kitchen with me because I always said it was in my best interest that they knew how to hold their own in the kitchen, so that there'll be times if I can't do it, they can do it. You know, so that created a good balance for me to be able to some mornings chill out on a weekend because they will be doing their own thing. Or I remember one Christmas when I didn't cook, when they cooked.
Or when I cooked.
You know, you see what I mean? So it's that you decide what works for you. Now, in an organization, if you're working a shift pattern, now shift patterns are they're very difficult on the body because some of them are not natural. You're working 4 nights in a row. What's the in between? In the hospitals, it's some of them do 3 in, 2 out, three in like that. That's
Yeah.
how they rotate it. But then some of us will go to another hospital and do another 2 nights.
Yeah.
You see, because your organization is not recording that one, but another clinic, you're going to do that moonlight
Yeah.
to get your night shift in because
get the money- because you
to
get more
the
money on the night shift than you
That's
do on
it.
the day
There's
shift,
more money
yeah.
on the night shift. But then that then takes a toll. You find some people, their eyes are constantly bloodshot because they're not sleeping enough. And then we can sit here and tell stories of Nigerian women, Ghanaian women who's slumped in the shopping center, just slumped, blood clots, brain aneurysm, one thing or the other, due to what? Lack of rest.
Okay. So I've got, again, I think this dovetails a little bit on that in terms of the motivation aspect. So most people don't need motivation. All they need is recovery, just to be able to get themselves out of that state of being worn out, run down,
Bone tired.
yeah, that you can actually think and think clearly, you know. And I think sometimes when they say, how come when you go away for a break or you even leave a town and you come back, that you feel so different?
I call it emptying the stress bucket. You literally empty out your stress bucket, you know, because you've literally gone elsewhere and emptied it out, you know. And so it's that being aware. Each of us have, we like images and metaphors. Just imagine each of us have a bucket we carry and we keep chucking all the tension, everything into it. You know, just imagine you're carrying that about. And some of us, it begins to overflow till it becomes a nuisance, becomes an ecological nuisance because it's overflowing with us everywhere we go. It begins to pollute the environment. Imagine a stress bucket, like a bin, like a rubbish bucket. You're just carrying it about. Things are spilling out. I mean, you're making a mess as you go along. Think of stress like that.
It reminded me of that film. I think you've spoken about this before.
Which one?
But you spoke about this in season 7. You spoke about the bucket, and I said there's a really good film with the Nespresso guy. What's his name?
George Clooney.
Yes, George Clooney. It's called Up.
Oh, you did ask me to watch that movie.
Brilliant film. All right, it covers. It's one of those movies that covers so many different aspects. But his role, he's a speaker. And then when he goes, he talks about you said the bucket, he said the backpack. You know, and the backpack gets heavier.
Yeah.
And his whole thing was that he didn't have a house.
We told the story about the backpack.
Yeah, he didn't have a house. He got rid of all those things, but he was always, you know, so it worked out that he felt his life was, no, I shouldn't. I'll ruin the film. Go and watch. It's called Up. Up in the air. Not up. Up in the air.
Up in the air. Practical ways of emptying the bucket.
Yeah.
Apart from holiday.
Okay. So I've got a couple.
Oh, go on.
Okay. So it's to set boundaries.
Lovely.
And say no.
Lovely. No to what?
Some people can't say no. That's why they're on every committee. That's why they're on everything. That's why you'll see the person is the usher. He's a peacekeeper.
He's the warden.
He's the warden. He's the caretaker. He's the decorator. He's the painter. He's the driver.
He's the cook.
Yeah. And it's a good guy.
Yeah.
But what happens is he doesn't have he doesn't have that ability to actually say, well, actually, no, I can't do it today. And if you can say no, even at work, sometimes you just need to say, no, I can't do that. But there's that guilt that people will feel you're being lazy or you don't want to work or you don't want to do that. But saying no, I think is quite important. I've got another one as well. If you agree or disagree, one quiet moment daily.
Yes, my love.
No phones, no devices.
Digital.
Mini digital detox.
Yes, digital dumping. So just
that could be maybe during your prayer time if you're praying. That might be.
But then many of us use our phones to pray.
Well,
Our
for
Bible,
the music.
Bible is in the phone.
I
Music
use
is in
mine
the
for
phone.
the music.
Exactly, music is in the phone.
But
You see what I
would
mean?
music not count as a detox if you're not, I don't know, just playing the music?
You know, it's again, it's knowing. You see, it's balance. So it's like saying the internet is awful, but there are many lovely resources on the internet.
You just reminded me of something. You didn't know that this happened, but at home, we
When
when we lost the internet
yeah.
at home. So literally speaking, where we live, there is no 5G, 4G, 3G, 2G, 1G, not even what was the other one? GPRS. Nothing. Once you get into our house, you're in a black hole. And for 3 days, right? We had the only place you could get service is if you went out. And it just really wasn't worth just going out because you wanted to make a phone call or do things. So sometimes the signal would waft in and waft out. But after a while, I got used to there was no point picking up the phone. Your email wasn't coming through, WhatsApp wasn't updating, Instagram wasn't Instagramming. So you just had it's quite liberating actually. Mm-hmm. Just not having that burden of having the phone.
Yeah, it is. Whenever I go through a weekend when I don't look at my phone, come Monday, I don't want to look at it. I really don't want to, but that doesn't mean I haven't looked at it for anything because I've used it to do Sunday school in the morning. You do understand what I mean? It's that balance, knowing it's some people have notifications and every time their phone buzzes, they look at it. Every time the phone vibrates, they look at it. So it's creating that balance. When does your phone go off? We have do not disturb rules at a certain time of the day.
After 9 o'clock.
The phone goes on do not disturb. It's got to be only a certain amount of people can get through that on 2 calls.
Yeah.
And it's usually the family, so they can. But again, you need to find what works for you. This is real because, many of you know my day job is in human resources, and the amount of people that we see that this is happening to, they're burning out, they're falling physically sick simply from stress. It's just we need as a community to recognize these are my boundaries. We at home, at work, in the church place, in the community, whatever sphere you find yourself in. These are my boundaries. So I would work from this hour to that hour. As leaders, I'm guilty of it. I put in extra hours, start super early, leave super late. Now I'm learning to strike that balance where are the priorities? What are my priorities for this week, for this month, so I can balance it out. So perhaps after working out, I don't have to go back to work. I can just go home from there. Or for those of you who go swimming, instead of today, after going swimming on a Saturday morning, you don't go to work. You now go and do house shopping. Striking that balance. I had a friend of mine who said to me, from swimming, she went straight to work. At least she got the swimming done. See the balance? She's like, at least I got something done for myself.
Yeah.
Then went to work. So it's that balance, and you have to be honest, brutally honest to yourself. The things that will not get accomplished today, can it wait till tomorrow so that you're not worn out? If it can wait till tomorrow, that laundry basket, can it wait till tomorrow? Then perhaps you get 30 more minutes of perhaps just being still. Sometimes some people don't need to really be asleep, but as long as they're still, they feel more relaxed. Some people would benefit from sauna, steam. We've talked about that a lot. Massage, this, that, whatever works for you, whatever rocks your boat, or walk in the park, walk with the dogs, with a cat, whatever it is that really puts you in that place where you can breathe. There's a method that's called the stop approach, meaning stop, take a breath, the T, O is observe your thoughts, your feelings, the chaos, whatever is making you stressed out at the minute, and then proceed. So S is for stop. T is take a breath. Because I'm always saying to people, breathe in. Just pause and reflect. In that reflecting, you observe. Why is this causing me such anxiety right now? Why am I stressing out at this minute? Isolate the points. What can I deal with now? What can I unpack later? Then P, that means proceed. Because you've processed it, you can now proceed with a bit more clarity. And in that proceeding, you acknowledge what I can do and what I can't do. You know, seems like a long-winded process, but it takes seconds to do this. And you preserve you prevent yourself from getting into that burnout state. Because recovering from burnout, it looks different for everybody. It looks different. Some people have gone into panic attacks for the first time in their lives in one episode, and that's it. That door was opened.
I find a lot of people don't really recover from burnout.
This is what I'm trying to say. It looks different. Recovery is difficult. And depending on how you approach it, will determine how that what that recovery looks like. And so that's why we're screaming it out loud. People, please. We may sound like broken records here because we're constantly talking about one element or one aspect of this or the other, but we can never overemphasize this. People are dying by the minute. When the autopsy report comes out, they'll say to you, we're not sure.
I just remembered something. Remember, well, I think we can say it here because I think that's probably a clear example. The pastor that we went for his 50th.
Yeah. His wife's 50th birthday.
His wife's 50th, sorry, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pastor Samson.
Yeah.
We went for his wife's 50th birthday. A week after that birthday, he passed away. Now that's a man who is the judge, the jury, he's the clerk, he's the court marshal.
The bailiff.
He's the bailiff. He is everything. He's everything. Everything. You know? And we see these things happening more and more. And that's why we're screaming it out, people. Please.
And as you get older,
pause.
You know, you can't continue at that level. When we were younger, you know,
snapback was quicker.
Yeah, I remember I could do God knows what. You know, I mean, like in my younger youthful days, I'd go out clubbing all night and go to work the next morning.
Yeah.
And do my job.
I could do a party. I could do an event Friday, Saturday, and I dare you on a Sunday as well. And I'll be as right as rain on Monday.
Yeah.
Now I dare not. You call me for a Sunday event, I'll be like, are you for real?
or like that day that you come back, you're in bed, and you say, oh God, I can't even get out.
Sometimes a week before I fully recover.
You've got the rest, and then the body then has to
recover.
Yeah, the recovery period as well. So most of us are not getting any younger. So just because you can do it now doesn't mean that you'll be able to do it 5, 6 years down the line as well.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Some of the stress level we subject ourselves to for the body is just not sustainable. And I'd like to cap this up with gratitude.
Okay.
If we practice gratitude, is gratitude reveals. Because if you practice being grateful for where you are, what you're doing, what you have, it's a litmus test for when you're off sync. It's a litmus test for when there's no harmony between body, spirit, soul. I still keep going back to harmony from last week. You know, it's just stayed with me.
Okay.
You know,
So-
when you practice gratitude, you have to be grateful for X, Y, Z. Practicing gratitude causes you to itemize, identify, and list what you're grateful for. In doing that, you will catch yourself from when there isn't much to be grateful for, because I've been running myself ragged. What's there to be grateful for? Then it checks you. If then the gratitude is like, Lord, thank you for now making me aware that I haven't been kind to myself. You know?
It's
So I
interesting.
like us to end this.
Well, I was going to say, it was
Okay,
really
tell-
interesting that you because I was thinking to myself, how are you going to, what was the connection? But I kind of really get it, you know, and one of the things I put on there, and you alluded to it before, was about taking the opportunity just to be joyful.
That's
have
gratitude.
have a fun,
That's it.
fun thing
Yeah.
that you can do. That is
Gratitude will lead you to practicing joy. Joy is not dependent on your environment. Remember, joy is from the
Yep.
soul.
Yep.
So when you practice gratitude, one of the byproducts of gratitude is joy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And so in being joyful, joy cannot be contained. It needs to be expressed. It then leads you to doing things that
Something
sustain that
fun.
joy. That's it. Be it like when we do the kitchen dance, or the song comes on the radio and I stop cooking and I go in the middle and, do you understand, and dance, or I just, you know what I mean? That's practicing that. You know?
My advice is to find those moments and do those at least once a day.
Look for
Almost
them in
make
life.
it, yeah,
They're
look for
there.
them.
Life
Make it
presents
happen.
you every moment with life presents us every time with moments to be grateful, to rejoice, and as believers, rejoice. In the Lord I say rejoice. Again I say rejoice. Find reason to rejoice. Seize moments to rejoice, and it just stabilizes you. You know, I give you a little trick to what I do. I don't have empty moments. When I'm in the kitchen, I've got music, I've got something that lifts my spirit. I've got that in the background. So be it I'm in a season of mourning, I'm in a season of pain, whatever it is I'm going through, those things help punctuate and bring me and recenters me to where I want to be. So are you going through? Check your stress level. That bucket you're carrying about, Olive and Vala saying, check that bucket, dump it, empty it out, practice gratitude, and hopefully we'll enter the season of Lent, which has begun already, with joy. Shout out, DJ Val.
No, I had one last thought actually,
Oh,
just
good. You're on fire today.
one last thought. Well, you know, that's what happens when you become the talent and you're not the producer. That's what happens every once in a while. You get a chance to do it. So, question to everybody that's out there anyway: what's draining you right now? Right? Is it work? Is it people? Is it expectations or pressure? Just something to think about.
Identify.
Yeah, identify what it is, and that way around you can do something about it. All right, shout outs. What shout outs have you got this week? Anybody's birthday?
None that I know
None
of.
that I
No,
know
none
of.
that I know of.
Anything noteworthy? None that you're.
Let me practice gratitude once again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all our post commenters, our regular listeners, aunties, uncles, mummies, daddies, all of you joining this morning. Thank you. Thank you. We are indebted. We would not be doing this if it wasn't you. And knowing that you guys are responding and the feedback we'll get from you, how these things are causing you to look how you live your daily lives. That's what keeps us going. Thank you so much, DJ Val. I'm
Yep.
grateful to you. for
Oh,
taking
really?
the
I thought you were
driving-
saying DJ Val say something. I was about
Grateful
say
to
that.
you taking the driving seat today, Don Valentino.
It's good to be the talent. I keep saying it. It's not producer.
Tracy,
I'm no longer Ross Doyle.
you
I am
are-
Fraser
oh,
Crane.
right. Okay, you're the producer, you're the talent, you're the creator, you're the
No,
everything.
you're the talent. You're the talent. I share the spotlight with you
You're
today.
too kind.
Yeah.
Right. Let's wrap it up.
Yep, we'll wrap it up. We are good to go. We will
May
be.
the good Lord bless you.
They think we're going to be back here again next week.
Let's pray that we're back.
Pray.
May He keep
come
you.
back. Mm-hmm.
May He keep you. It's
Yep.
location, so we have to travel to this location.
It's the bunker.
Pray that we come back. And if you want us to come back, let us know. As is in the postcard, okay? If you want us to come back, the place is so huge. We can record from different places. Tell us. May He keep you. May He preserve all that concerns you. And if you're in a state of burnout at this moment as we go through the season, we'll pray that the season of Lent will allow you to open up yourself to the Lord.
Refuel.
To refuel, rededicate yourself once again to your first love, to the things that bring you joy. And may He preserve you, keep you of sound mind. In Jesus' name.
Amen. And that is it. It is a wrap. So you're going to sing us out?
What's on
Your mind. Let's work it out.
With Olive and Val.
There's never a doubt.
Morning vibes that feel so right. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
What's on your mind? Let's talk it out. With Olive and Val, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.